immigration. New Zealand is better than that.
Very good.
David Bennett.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and on behalf of the National Party and the Select Committee members, I'd like to support this bill. I'm a very pro-immigration person. I think that New Zealand's immigration rules, if anything, are too strict, and I would like to see it opened up quite considerably. But this country isn't quite ready for that situation yet. But I found it very distressing and very sad that the Labor Party will come into this House tonight and try and prey on the most vulnerable people out there and say and make accusations about this bill which are simply not true. This is a Labor Party clutching at straws, trying to paint a picture of something that isn't the case, that is trying desperately to create fear, and that is very distressing, I think, when people put their lives on the line when they are migrating, and they make some very specific choices in their migration as well. And so it's very sad that the left wing has taken that approach to politics here tonight. And it's also sad when you consider that we have a working arrangement with the Australian government. The Australian Labor Party, no doubt, is in control in that government, and it's unusual to see the Labor Party here being so different from their colleagues across the ditch. And I bet you a Labor government here would actually be signing exactly the same thing because they know it's in the best interests of New Zealand and Australia going forward. And this is not a turning point in politics or the approach of New Zealand to migration. It's certainly not a turning point in our approach to refugees. We have a very strong refugee focus in New Zealand. We're one of the few countries in the world that actually takes in refugees. We do our share. We do our share compared with other countries in this world. And what we are doing here is making our share a bit more realistic for the problems that we face in our area. That's what we're doing. And that is something I don't think anyone would hold against us. And there's one other big thing that I think we heard the Labor Party say that the things about the Tamil population in Canada is a reason for people to go there. That's just rubbish. There's a big population in New Zealand. There's the same incentives as any other country. But the real unfairness of the Labor Party's argument is to those people that follow the rules, those people that come here the hard way, that have to come through the New Zealand Migration Service, that have to learn English, that have to pass our English language test, that actually do everything by the book. The people that come into our electorate offices week after week, struggling to get through our immigration systems, they are the real people that the Labor Party is hurting. Because in putting those people down, that is what the Labor Party is doing. Those people are doing everything right. And we need a migration system that understands that and doesn't give somebody else a lift over them. That is not the problem. I understand the issue very well, Mr Twyford. We do understand the issue very well. And that is a bit of a disappointment for the Labor Party to take that approach to it. New Zealand has a strong commitment to refugees. And we have done that year in, year out. And that commitment still stays. This bill assists the New Zealand government in meeting its commitments. It looks after those migrants that are doing everything right as well. It does not send the wrong signals. It is not an attack on migrants, as the Labor and Green Party says, and the New Zealand First Party will just be against it because it doesn't like any immigration at all. But the opposition have painted this incorrectly, Mr Speaker. This bill is in the best interest of New Zealand, it's in the best interest of our migrant populations, and it's in the best interest of our country going forward, especially our refugees. Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Phil Twyford.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Here we have another bill from the National Party following hot on the heels of Paula Bennett.